Imagine standing in front of the mirror tomorrow morning. You're staring at your reflection. The person looking back at you might be strong, or maybe still far from where you want to be. But deep down, you know the truth. The future version of yourself is being built today. And the choices you make in these very moments, whether you push forward, whether you discipline yourself, whether you commit, will determine whether you wake up proud or full of regret. That's why this message matters. Because if you don't take this seriously today, if you don't step forward with intensity, tomorrow will come, and with it, the sharp pain of what if. And I'll tell you now, there is no pain greater than regret. Muscles heal, soreness fades, but regret, it lingers like a shadow, haunting you, stealing your peace, whispering to you at night, you could have been more. Bodybuilding is not just about lifting weights. It's not just about chasing numbers on a barbell or flexing in the gym mirror. It is the art of self-transformation. It is a battle between who you are right now and who you have the potential to become. And every single rep, every set, every meal, every hour of rest you choose to honor is a brick in the foundation of the body and the life you dream of. Think about it. Every champion you admire, every physique that left you speechless, every athlete that made you believe in what's possible, they all started where you are. They started uncertain. They started with weaknesses. They started with doubts. But what separated them from everyone else was this. They decided to act today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when it was convenient. They decided that every single day mattered. And that's the mindset you need right now. Because life is not waiting for you. Time is not waiting for you. Your future self is being shaped in this exact moment, whether you act or not. And the harsh truth? If you don't act, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, regret will consume you. So today, I'm not here to just motivate you for a few minutes. I'm here to awaken something inside of you. I'm here to light a fire that doesn't burn out when this video ends. I'm here to make sure that when you wake up tomorrow morning, you don't look in the mirror with regret, but with pride, because you chose to act. You chose to move, you chose to push, you chose to invest in yourself. And let me be clear, bodybuilding isn't just a sport, it's a metaphor for life. The discipline you build in the gym will spill over into everything you do. When you master your body, you master your mind. When you control what you eat, how you train, how you rest, you're learning control over your destiny. This is why bodybuilding has saved lives. This is why it has transformed ordinary people into leaders, into warriors, into unstoppable forces. Now, let me talk directly to you. Stop scrolling. Stop distracting yourself. Stop wasting hours in hesitation. This is your life we're talking about. This is your health, your strength, your potential, your legacy. If you don't watch this with full focus today, tomorrow might already be too late. You need to ask yourself one question. What kind of person do I want to be tomorrow? The one who wished, or the one who worked? Because regret is built on wishes, but pride is built on action. And the gym is the place where that difference is carved into your soul. Every rep you skip, every excuse you buy into, every workout you delay, it stacks into regret. But every rep you fight through, every workout you finish even when you didn't want to, every small victory you claim, it stacks into confidence, pride, strength. So I want you to take a deep breath right now and commit. Not halfway, not casually, not maybe I'll start tomorrow. No, commit now. Pause this video if you have to, lace up your shoes, grab your water bottle, and get ready to show up. Not for me, not for anyone else. For you, this is the first call to action, and I don't want you to ignore it. Subscribe to this channel right now, not just because it helps us grow, but because you're making a promise to yourself. You're saying, I'm ready to show up every day for my body, for my mind, for my future. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because when you spread this energy, when you commit publicly, you're making it harder to quit. You're building accountability. Tomorrow's regret is shaped by today's hesitation. But tomorrow's pride? That's shaped by today's action. Choose pride. Choose growth. Choose discipline. This is only the beginning. We're about to go deeper, not just into the workouts, not just into the diet, but into the psychology of bodybuilding. Because once your mind is locked in, your body will follow. And when your body follows, your life transforms. Stay with me. Don't click away. Don't give in to distraction. Because what you're about to hear next might be the single thing that keeps you from quitting when life tries to break you. When most people think about bodybuilding, they imagine heavy weights, sweat dripping on the gym floor, and muscles flexing in the mirror. But what they miss, the true secret, is that bodybuilding starts in the mind. Long before you feel your muscles grow, long before the strength shows up on your frame, it's the mindset that shapes the journey. Without it, no program, no diet, no supplement, no trick will ever save you. Think about the average person. They start strong. They feel motivated for a few days, maybe a few weeks. They wake up excited, full of energy. But then life happens. They get tired. Work drains them. Stress kicks in. Friends want to go out. The couch starts looking more inviting than the gym. And little by little, the fire fades. Their commitment dissolves into excuses. And they quit. Now contrast that with the bodybuilder's mind. For them, training is not an option. It's an identity. They don't ask, "Am I going to the gym today?" The answer is already decided. Yes. They don't negotiate with their feelings. They don't ask themselves, "Do I feel like training?" Feelings don't matter. Discipline does not. This is the secret that separates champions from the rest. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is temporary. It's like fire from dry leaves. It burns hot, but quickly fades away. Discipline, on the other hand, is like steel. It's forged under heat, but once hardened, it doesn't break. You see, bodybuilding is not a hobby. It's not something you do when you have time. It's a lifestyle. And when you adopt that lifestyle, it changes the way you see everything. You start to understand that every decision you make outside the gym affects your performance. Inside the gym, what you eat, how you sleep, what you think, how you manage stress, it all matters. And here's the truth that most people don't want to hear. Bodybuilding is hard. It's supposed to be hard. That's why it's valuable. That's why it transforms you. If it were easy, everyone would walk around with ripped abs and massive arms. But they don't. Because the mental price is too high for most. The pain of discipline feels heavier than the pain of regret. But the wise know it's the other way around. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, while the pain of regret weighs tons. So what does the mentality of a true bodybuilder look like? It looks like showing up when nobody's watching. It looks like pushing yourself when your mind screams to quit. It looks like being the last one in the gym when everyone else has gone home. It looks like carrying yourself with quiet confidence, not because you're better than anyone, but because you know you've paid your dues in sweat and sacrifice. A true bodybuilder doesn't fear struggle. They embrace it. They know that the burn in their muscles is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to grow. They don't avoid pain. They chase it because they understand that the body only adapts when it's forced to. They know that every rep at the edge of failure is carving strength into their muscles and resilience into their character. And beyond the weights, bodybuilding builds the kind of mentality that prepares you for life. Life will test you. Life will throw challenges at you that feel heavier than any barbell. But if you've built discipline under the iron, if you've taught yourself to endure discomfort, If you've practiced consistency day after day, you'll be ready. The gym is not just where you build your body, it's where you build your spirit. Now let's talk about something most people overlook: patience. The world today is addicted to instant gratification. Everyone wants results now. They want a six-pack in 6 weeks. They want massive arms in a month. And when it doesn't happen fast, they quit. But bodybuilding teaches you patience like nothing else. You don't see results overnight. Progress is slow, sometimes painfully slow. But the lesson is this: the body is always adapting, even when you don't see it. Every rep counts, every meal counts, every discipline choice counts. And one day, you look in the mirror and realize you're no longer who you used to be. That's why the bodybuilder's mentality is unshakable. Because it's built brick by brick, choice by choice, sacrifice by sacrifice. And once you've walked through the fire of discipline, nothing outside the gym feels as intimidating. You know how to work. You know how to suffer. You know how to endure. And here's the most beautiful part. Bodybuilding is not about competing with anyone else. It's not about comparing your progress to the guy lifting next to you. It's about competing with the person you were yesterday. It's about asking yourself, am I stronger today? Am I more disciplined today? Am I closer to my goal today? And when the answer is yes, even by one small step, that's victory. But let me be brutally honest. Most people will give up. Most people won't endure the grind. Most people will settle for comfort. And that's why the bodybuilder's mindset is rare. It's what makes you stand out. It's what makes you extraordinary in a world full of average. So as you listen to this right now, I want you to make a choice. Do you want to be average, or do you want to be exceptional? Because the difference isn't genetics. It isn't luck. It isn't talent. It's mindset. And the good news? Mindset can be built. Discipline can be trained. Just like a muscle. Your willpower grows the more you use it. So the next time you feel like skipping the gym, remember this: it's not just a workout you're skipping. It's a chance to strengthen your mind. It's a chance to prove to yourself that you can be trusted with your own goals. Because if you can't keep promises to yourself, how can you expect to achieve anything worthwhile? Stay locked in. Stay disciplined. And when the voice of weakness whispers in your ear, when it tells you to take it easy, when it tells you to rest, you answer back with the mentality of a bodybuilder. I don't quit. I don't settle. I endure. I grow. When people first step into the gym, they often believe it's all about lifting the heaviest weights possible. They chase numbers on the barbell, thinking strength alone defines progress. But bodybuilding is not just about how much you lift. It's about how you lift, how you fuel your body, and how you allow it to recover. Without this balance, you're just breaking yourself down instead of building yourself up. The gym is a place of intensity, yes, but it's also a place of strategy. A bodybuilder doesn't train recklessly. They train with precision. Every rep has purpose. Every set is intentional. They know that the difference between average results and extraordinary transformation isn't just in showing up, but in showing up intelligently. Let's start with training. The body is designed to adapt. If you always do what you've always done, your body will stop growing. That's why progression is everything. Progressive overload, the principle of gradually increasing the stress you put on your muscles, is the heartbeat of bodybuilding. Lift a little heavier, push a few more reps. Add intensity with controlled tempo. Each time you step into the gym, you're giving your body a reason to change. But training isn't just about piling plates on a bar. It's about mind-muscle connection. The great bodybuilders will tell you, you don't just move weight, you feel it. You contract the muscle, you control the motion, you own the rep from beginning to end. This is how you turn an exercise into growth. Sloppy reps build nothing but ego. Perfect reps build the physique you dream of. Now, let's talk about nutrition, the fuel that makes everything possible. Too many people treat food as an afterthought. They train hard, but they eat carelessly, and then they wonder why their progress stalls. But here's the truth. Bodybuilding doesn't happen in the gym. It happens in the kitchen. The meals you prepare, the discipline you show with your diet, the way you feed your body, this is where the transformation takes place. Protein is your foundation. Without it, your muscles can't repair. Carbohydrates are your energy. They fuel your training. They give you the power to push harder. Fats are essential for hormones, for balance, for overall health. And water? Never underestimate water. Hydration is life. A dehydrated muscle is a weak muscle. A dehydrated body is a body on the edge of collapse. But nutrition is more than just macros. It's about consistency. Eating clean for one day won't change you. Following your plan for a week won't transform you. It's the weeks, the months, the years of discipline that carve a body worthy of respect. Every meal is a choice. Do I want to feed my goals, or do I want to feed my excuses? And then there's recovery, the part that most people overlook. Everyone loves to train hard, but few respect the rest. They think more is always better. They think grinding without pause will make them unstoppable. But the truth? Growth doesn't happen while you train. Growth happens while you rest. When you sleep, your body rebuilds. When you recover, your muscles repair. When you allow yourself time, you come back stronger. Skipping rest is like trying to fill a cup with a crack in it. No matter how much effort you pour in, it leaks out. True champions know that rest is not weakness, it's strategy. They don't see sleep as wasted time. They see it as the forge where their progress is solidified. So the equation is simple. Train smart, fuel right, recover well. When these three pillars align, transformation becomes inevitable. When one of them is ignored, progress slows, or worse, injuries happen. Now here's the deeper lesson. Bodybuilding is teaching you balance. Life itself is a balance between action, preparation, and reflection. Training is action, you do the work. Nutrition is preparation, you set the stage. Recovery is reflection, you allow growth. This cycle isn't just for the gym. It's for everything you do in life. Work, relationships, goals, it all follows the same pattern. Push, prepare, rest. And I want you to see something powerful here. Bodybuilding forces you to take responsibility. You can't lie to yourself. The mirror won't lie. The weights won't lie. If you didn't eat right, it shows. If you didn't rest, it shows. If you skipped workouts, it shows. This lifestyle demands honesty, and that honesty creates freedom. Because once you own your choices, once you realize that every action builds or breaks you, you take control of your destiny. But let's not sugarcoat it. Training will hurt. Nutrition will test your discipline. Recovery will test your patience. But this is the crucible. This is the fire where weakness is burned away and strength is forged. Every sore muscle, every clean meal, every early night of sleep, it's all adding up to something bigger than the sum of its parts. So next time you train, don't just go through the motions. Engage. Feel every rep. Push past your comfort zone. Next time you eat, don't just shovel food into your mouth. Remember why you're eating. You're not just feeding hunger, you're feeding your future. And next time you rest, don't feel guilty. Remember, rest is not quitting. Rest is building. This is bodybuilding. Not just iron and sweat, but mind, fuel, and recovery woven together to create a body and a spirit that cannot be broken. Stay consistent. Stay patient and trust the process. Because when you respect the balance of training, nutrition, and recovery, regret has no place in your life. Pride does. Growth does. Victory does not. Every story of greatness is written in sacrifice. Every body that stands as a symbol of strength was forged through choices that most people weren't willing to make. And that's the hard truth. If you want what others don't have, you have to do what others won't do. Bodybuilding demands sacrifice, and it doesn't apologize for it. It will ask for your comfort. It will ask for your late nights. It will ask for your cravings, your excuses, your laziness. It will demand that you trade them all for discipline. It will test you, push you, strip you down, and only those who are willing to sacrifice will rise. Think about it. When your friends are going out, drinking, eating whatever they want, laughing in the moment, you'll be in the gym. You'll be in the kitchen preparing your meals. You'll be measuring your portions, watching your macros, while they're living for the weekend. And you'll wonder, is it worth it? And the answer is yes, because those moments of sacrifice are not losses. They're investments. Every temptation you resist is a deposit into your future. Every party you skip, every junk meal you turn down, every morning you wake up early when you could have stayed in bed, those are victories that nobody sees. But the results? The results will make sure everyone sees. Now let's talk about pain. Pain is the universal language of bodybuilding. You will feel it in your muscles, in your lungs, in your bones. There will be days when the soreness is so deep that even walking feels like a workout. And this is where most people quit. They think pain is the enemy. But bodybuilders know the truth. Pain is the teacher. Every rep that burns, every set that makes you shake, every workout that leaves you crawling out of the gym, it's not punishment, it's progress. Pain is the signal that your body is adapting. Pain is proof that you are alive, that you are pushing beyond the limits you once thought were unbreakable. Without pain, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no transformation. Consistency is the glue that holds it all together. Sacrifice means nothing if you only sacrifice once. Pain means nothing if you only push once. Consistency is where the magic happens. Day after day, week after week, month after month. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up even when the fire of motivation has burned out. It's about committing when nobody claps for you, when nobody cheers, when nobody notices. The champions you admire didn't get there in a week. They didn't get there because they had one amazing workout or one perfect meal plan. They got there because they showed up every single day, whether they felt like it or not. They turned discipline into habit and habit into lifestyle. And that's the art of not quitting. Because make no mistake, every single person on this journey has wanted to quit. Every bodybuilder, every athlete, every champion has faced moments where the weight felt too heavy, the diet felt too strict, the life felt too lonely. But what separates the winners is that they didn't quit. They endured. They pushed through. They told themselves, just one more rep, just one more day, just one more step. And those small acts of not quitting stack into greatness. Because success isn't about doing one thing perfectly. It's about refusing to quit when things go wrong. It's about standing tall when life knocks you down. It's about reminding yourself why you started and holding that vision so tightly that nothing can tear it from you. You have to ask yourself, how badly do I want this? Do I want it enough to sacrifice comfort? Do I want it enough to embrace pain? Do I want it enough to be consistent, even when the results take months, even years, to show? Do I want it enough to refuse quitting, no matter how hard it gets? Because that's what bodybuilding is. It's a test of desire. It's a question asked every day. How much do you want it? And your answer isn't in your words, it's in your actions. So here's the challenge. When you feel like quitting, when the pain is screaming at you, when the sacrifices feel unbearable, when the consistency feels endless, you dig deeper. You remember that the regret of quitting will always be heavier than the discomfort of continuing. You remember that every champion was once where you are, and the only difference between them and everyone else is this: they refuse to quit. And when you live by that, when you commit to sacrifice, embrace pain, honor consistency, and master the art of not quitting, you don't just build a body. You build a life that commands respect. You build a version of yourself that you can look at in the mirror with pride, with no regret, with no shame. You build proof that discipline and perseverance are unbeatable. So when tomorrow comes and the temptation to skip, to quit, to ease up whispers in your ear, remember this: if you don't act today, you'll regret it tomorrow. But if you push today, tomorrow will thank you. Look around you. The world is full of people who gave up, people who settled, people who once had dreams but traded them for comfort. They live safe, ordinary lives, and at night they lie awake wondering what might have been. That's the cost of quitting. That's the weight of regret. But you're here because you want more. You're here because deep down you refuse to settle. You're here because something inside of you knows that you're capable of greatness, that your body and your mind were designed for more than mediocrity. Bodybuilding is not just about muscles. It's about rewriting your story. It's about taking control when the world tells you to give in. It's about proving to yourself that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you will rise, stronger every single time. You need to understand something. You only get one life, one body, one chance to make this count. Every day you waste is a day you never get back. Every excuse you cling to is time stolen from your potential. And when you wake up years from now, will you be proud of the choices you made or broken by the opportunities you ignored? This is why you train. This is why you sacrifice. This is why you endure the pain, why you stay consistent, why you refuse to quit. Because tomorrow isn't promised. And if you don't act today, regret will own you. But here's the good news. Pride is also waiting. Strength is waiting. Transformation is waiting. And it's yours if you're willing to claim it. It doesn't matter where you're starting. It doesn't matter if you're weak now, if you failed before, if you're carrying doubts or fears. What matters is what you do next. The next rep, the next meal, the next day. That's how champions are made, one choice at a time. And when it gets hard, and it will get hard, remember this: the bodybuilder is not the one who never struggles. The bodybuilder is the one who struggles and keeps going. The bodybuilder is the one who turns pain into progress, who turns sacrifice into strength, who turns consistency into greatness. The weights don't care about your excuses. The mirror doesn't care about your complaints. Life doesn't care about your feelings. But when you show up, when you do the work, when you build yourself rep by rep, results will care. Progress will care. Victory will care. So let this be your moment. Let this be the day you decide once and for all: I will not quit. I will not settle. I will not let tomorrow be filled with regret. I will train. I will eat right. I will recover. I will sacrifice. I will endure. I will rise. And if you stay the course, one day you'll look in the mirror and realize something powerful. You are no longer just building a body. You are building a legacy. A legacy of discipline, of strength, of perseverance. A legacy that inspires others to rise, to push, to fight. That is what bodybuilding gives you. That is why it's worth everything. So here's the final call to action. Don't just watch this video and walk away unchanged. Take action right now. Subscribe to this channel because you need reminders like this every single day. Hit that like button, not for me, but as your own commitment that you are choosing pride over regret. Share this with someone who's on the edge of giving up, someone who needs this fire as much as you do. And then, most importantly, go do the work. Close this video and go train. Cook your next meal with discipline. Go to bed early tonight so your body can recover. Live this lifestyle, not tomorrow, not next week, today, because tomorrow will come, and the question is simple. Will you face it with regret, or will you face it with pride? The choice is yours, and the time is now.